Donald Trump had an impromptu press conference this morning. He called it that, although he seemed to have no interest whatsoever in questions. But there were some questionable things that happened, including this reference that Trump made to George Floyd. Now, I'm going to play this clip for you. I want you to understand that this comes almost immediately after his call for governors to stop being proud and dominate the streets. He then transitioned to this.
Hopefully, George is looking down right now and saying, there's a great thing that's happening for our country. There's a great day for him. It's a great day for everybody. This is a great day for everybody. This is a great, great day.
Yeah, he had praised our great Minneapolis police and said, I don't understand why anyone would run from them, because he either doesn't care about any of what led to these protests or is purposefully pretending he doesn't understand it. Invoking the name of George Floyd, while he spent the time during the memorial attacking people, including Obama, on Twitter. Like, we're fresh off of how many more videos of police brutality. He had nothing to say about any of that. He again called for dominating the streets. Well, we showed you the video in Buffalo. They're dominating some of the streets, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how else to say it. He's trying to widen your justice butthole. That's it. Like, and it hurts the moment he says George Floyd. And this is the one that is way more than you're typically used to, because you've gotten used to a lot of stuff from Trump. But for him to invoke George Floyd's name, for that to come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
This first time it's bad. And his ploy is for the next time not to be so bad. For him, he's going to try to turn George Floyd against the protesters. That's what he's going to, that's why he did what he did. And he is trying to do the following. What he's saying that about is the job numbers, because the job numbers aren't as bad as people said. And a certain job number ticked up.
I'm going to have those.
I know, but like, he's trying to say that this is an economic issue when it very clearly isn't.
But also, it is difficult to follow his meaning when he is jumping back and forth from the protesters to the Green New Deal to George Floyd to, like, he has no idea what he's trying to communicate.
No, but that's his plan. I mean, that's him. He is, when you see sumo wrestlers at the beginning, just do this. When they first start, they do the 1,000-hand slap. That's his whole strategy.
Yeah.
Is just hit you to get you off balance. And that's what he's been doing since he decided he was going to run for president.
Yeah. Well, people are feeling slapped because I don't know who heard him invoke the name of George Floyd and thought, yeah, no, he should do that, or he can do that.
That's what they want to do. I mean, there's people who decide they like him, think that's okay. I mean, this is one. So often we sit there and go like, okay, I don't know if I have to point this out, but I will. You know, that instinct, you have that instinct. I've heard you say, like, do I have to debunk your argument?
Yeah.
Like, no. Hopefully George Floyd is looking down on this and smiling. I don't even know where to start with that. Like, people took to the streets to avenge his death in a way that is so intuitive. That is, hey, we should point out that what happened is wrong. And this guy, and it's not only is he using economics numbers to do it. That press conference is for the signing of the Veterans Choice Act. So he is 3 steps removed already. And he's trying to message his way out of this. Everyone needs to look around at America right now. America is bad. It is in a bad, bad situation. And he is the president. And so we need to hold him responsible for how bad things are, because he is a terrible leader. He does not have the instinct in this moment to fix anything except maybe poll numbers, maybe.
And I would argue he's incompetent at that as well. I mean, the choices he's made over the past few months have just been horrendous. I know not everyone agrees. I personally think that he has made this into a competitive race when it did not have to be a competitive race for him. And he has stumbled his way into this. And, I mean, it's like, I know some people will say it's just Like, people are sick of hearing him. They're sick of talking about him. I know, because I am. But there are acts of police brutality playing out on the streets of American cities that they are so overwhelming in their number and brutality that even on a show like this that is literally designed just to catalog things like that, we can't catalog all of it. And his response to that, in the rare moments where he sticks his head out of the hole in the ground where he's dwelling, is to say, if you don't crush these protests, you're being too proud.
I don't get it.
More people are going to be brutalized. More people are going to die. Again, there was not a shred, there was not a fig leaf of acknowledgement that anything needs to change ever. And that is the uniform position across the right, other than Justin Amash, apparently. And maybe Murkowski. She's thinking about it. She'll get back. She'll get back to you. She'll get back someday when she's done thinking about it. Is nothing needs to change. These protests are 100% illegitimate. And those are the reasonable right-wingers, are you're all wrong. The unreasonable ones are saying you're all terrorists. And both of those opinions are on Fox News every single day. And Trump retweeted that letter, I forget exactly from who, but saying that these protesters are all terrorists, effectively.
And at the same time, these are coming like, I can't help but laugh. These are coming from, like, there's a lot of Tea Partiers. Mm-hmm. And the Tea Party was destruction of property, plus, like, weird racism, though. Like, they dressed as Mohawk Indians as they did it. Like, you guys are basing your movement on people who destroyed property to make a point. I'm not advocating for the destruction of property, but you guys are. Mm-hmm. Like, you are. I'm just advocating for people to say, for enough people to be in the streets, to say, hey, maybe we should change things. No, definitely we should change things. And I hope that you get to a point at first of maybe we should change things.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.